and then they very kindly sent me a PDF and audio book while I was waiting for the hard copy to arrive. Now that's what I call customer service. Already inspired by what I've seen in the PDF I've read, I'm going to set up a 5-day mini challenge, and I was wondering who might be interested in doing it. And the 5-day mini challenge will be based on some modules I've been developing, which are designed to eradicate, crush, redesign, recircuit, recalibrate, whatever word you want to use, the nice guy syndrome that is present in so many of us. Now, the nice guy syndrome means that in work, romance, career, family, in all sorts of ways, people find themselves on the back foot because they tend to be too compliant, too agreeable, too willing to say yes. Anybody who's suffered from the nice guy syndrome and experienced nice guy subroutines will instantly recognize what I'm talking about. Well, I've been working on the neurological elements that underpin such a syndrome. I've been looking at what it is, what's going on in the brain and how it happens and what we can do to fix it, because although you might give yourself a hard time because you think it's a personality issue, being a nice guy, or it's a confidence issue, it isn't. It's actually a neurological glitch. It's like a neurological appendix, shall we say. We were evolved to survive attacks, and we were evolved to be very hazard aware. So we were evolved to be careful about there being predators, lions, snakes, tigers, other tribes, you name it. And so when we find ourselves in some kind of social friction, unfortunately, we've got all of the hardware in there. Our amygdala will flood us with cortisol, which is a stress hormone, and then cause us to either lock up or just say yes to the first thing that we can that's presented to us. And then what happens is that the nice guy subroutines can settle in so that you are now creating dramas for you to cure, so that people are going to be grateful to you because you're just addicted to the stress. Well, there are ways around this. So I'm toying with the idea. Well, I'm not toying with the idea, I'm actually going to put together a 5-day challenge. Now, my question on today's live stream in my Carversity for the Pattern Interrupter channel, my query here is, should I do a 5-day challenge in consecutive days, or should I set up a weekly meeting? If you wanted to do a 5-day challenge of that kind, would you prefer to do it once a week, or would you prefer to do it 5 days in a row? And any answers that you can provide for me will be gratefully received, because I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued about how to do something like this. I've never set up a 5-day challenge before. Never set up a tiny challenge before. And I'm really, really keen to see how I can negotiate one of these things. I've already got most of the resources developed. I know what I'm talking about. I know who you are, my ideal customer profile. I know who you are. And what I want to know, really and ideally, is what would suit you better. If you're struggling with career, with romance, if you're struggling with your finances, and you feel that you're getting in your own way because of the wiring inside your brain, because of the way you're raised, because of the way that society is telling you to not stick your head above the parapets, to stay in your box, all of that. If you feel that you'd like some kind of reprogramming process, not coaching, I'm not talking about coaching here, I'm talking about fixing glitches. It's different. If you think something like that might be useful to you, please do get in touch with me, drop a comment. I'm sure you can drop comments in live streams, or look up the Pattern Interrupter channel and reach out to me and just say here, H-E-R-E, and I will reach out back to you and see what we can set up. This would be done online using materials I've developed, and it would involve a meeting between you and I. And again, I don't know whether it would be one meeting or 5 meetings. It's something I've got to nut out, and something I need to nut out in consultation with people who are interested in the idea. So, fellow pattern interrupter, if you are interested in such an idea and you'd like to have a go at a 5-day challenge, get back to me. Tell me what you think would be the ideal scenario for this, and hey, let's make it happen. Because remember, whatever it is you dare to do or dare to dream, you can begin it now.